Hello, I'm Jamie Shibley, CEO of the Expressory. Today, I want to continue a conversation about getting to know your clients, and I mean truly on a more personal level. Um, I want to share with you a study that I found that I think will make very clear the benefits of doing some of the basics when it comes to building relationships with clients. And so I want to start by, what typically happens in our world. We are very busy, right? And busy seems to be a badge these days. And I think that the more relationships we have to manage, the more we try to move through them very quickly in our companies. And what I mean by that is we as the business leaders may make the sales, or you have a group of people that actually closes for you, and then you move them to the next team, and that may be the team who's working with them on an ongoing basis. And there's a handoff that usually happens. And I want you to think about that typical handoff that happens in most companies. Once someone says yes to working with us, the next meeting is maybe all about next steps and getting the project up and running. And if we have a team, we're usually bringing that team in, and the first thing we'll do is introduce each other in a way that is, this is Joe. Joe is responsible for this. This is Jerry. She does this. You'll work with this person on this, and and then we kind of move on. And we're often running on our day to day. Now, I want to share what difference it could make if we took a moment and made sure that people actually felt seen, right? More than just their name. Um, this study, so here's the thing. In the basics, I think we've talked about this multiple times now. The basics of a long-lasting relationship require that a person wants to know you understand them, they want to feel validated, say seen, right? And they want to know you care. Okay. And in our world, we kind of move through very quickly that being seen part. So there was a study done at Johns Hopkins University back in 2001. And what they found is that in the surgical space, when an operating team came together, sometimes they didn't even know each other. They were just, those are the people that are on this particular team, and off they would go. They usually felt like it was, kind of a waste of time to sit around and, okay, introduce ourselves. Let's skip the formalities. Let's just go get this done. They knew their roles and off they went. But what the study found is that when those team members came together and they actually introduced themselves, they introduced one another, and beforehand, they shared their concerns about the procedure ahead. They had some conversation about, what they were seeing, how this was going to go. When that formality happened, the likelihood of complications of death fell by 35%, simply by taking a moment so that each member of that team could feel seen and could see others. They reduce the likelihood of complications. Because what that really meant was if I felt comfortable and I felt seen by you, I would also feel comfortable that during the procedure, I could speak up on something that was happening, right? We could collaborate during this complicated time, complicated and probably full of high pressure, right? So I want you to think about in your world, how could you introduce and get back to the formalities, right? Because even though it may feel like we're taking a little time to see each other, think about what that could improve down the road, right? In your business, it will create that lasting relationship. It will make sure that your clients feel comfortable, build that trust on an ongoing basis so that they can continue to speak up and collaborate with not only you, but your team as well. So think about the impact of that and how you could introduce more of this as you're working with your clients. I hope you feel inspired to do so. If you want to have some conversation about that study and what this could look like in your space, always happy to do that. Thank you for taking the time to listen.